What's going on, people? Welcome to United Style. Welcome to the Flexing KG show. Reckless opinions, reckless chat, reckless, whatever reckless you want to call it. Shout out to everyone watching at home. If you're joining us live around the world, big up to yourselves. Obviously, we are going to get into the debrief, the inquest of obviously what happened on when was it now? Monday night, Sunday night. When was it? Sunday.
Don't worry about that, bro. It happened.
Anyway,
Don't let it go, bro.
We've got to talk about that. We'll see how many people we can get watching live. As always, smash a like on the video. Hit subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner if you're new. We're on the road to 800K, people. Like, it's no
800.
Like, please smash the subscriber button. Once we hit that road to 800K is done, it'll be road to a million, fam. Nearly 200K off. So listen, we need to keep smashing the like. We've done the checks on the internet. KG saw my proof. So if it bugs out today, then I've got a hoodoo or something.
No, you got right now. I sent 4 hamsters to your house right now, so they're doing their thing. These hamsters are going hard. Big up them. PR, don't get involved.
Hey, it's bad. All right, big up, bro. But let's get straight into it. Solskjaer's not there. Capital letters yet. I think that derives from basically he's not there yet, and not criticizing only him, but we look at the squad, we look at what we need, we look at how important the transfer window is. And I don't know if you watched it back, but in my match reaction, I just thought, you know what? It's not just like I'm just reactionary, because that's not really my style anyway. I don't really do that get angry thing after. But I thought, nah, I need to say what I'm really seeing.
Yeah,
and I did, and I think we all in a situation where we need to realize just how far off we are where we need to be. But we have made strides, I understand.
Yep.
But Solskjaer not there yet. Are you worried about anything more than you was now that everything's done? So you don't have the safety blanket off. But you know what? We go again on one day, and we might get to the final. We go again, we win it. No. We got to 3 semi-finals. We lost every single one. How have you felt contextually with everything, just everything?
All right, so I've had a multitude of feelings. Yeah, obviously, on the night I was pissed off. Yeah, I don't think I've been so angry, because that was a massive moment for the club where we missed. Yeah, and I don't know if you'll think the scariest thing that I've got is that PSG feeling, where it's like, can they be, always the bridesmaid? Would they ever be the bride? You know what I mean? They keep getting there, but are they close enough? And I think even PSG start to worry. We're going to be interested in what happens tonight. You see what I'm saying? Because would they be able to go past it? Now, we've got to 3 semi-finals, like it or not. That's going to be in our players' minds as it comes into next season. And I think it was important for our players to, that feeling of lifting a trophy. I thought that was important, not only for the players, but for the manager. It would have given him the time that's needed. And I think it would have silenced the Oli Out committee. Yeah. You saw on the weekend, bruv, Oli Out committee was in full effect. Oli Out was trending #1 in the UK. Yeah. So that's the pressure that Oli's coming back to next season. There's going to be a lot of stuff that Oli has to deal with next season, which I'm scared for. And the club right now, you said it perfectly. Your fan cam, actually, it was the deepest one, because it was almost, we got into this, it's almost, it's very romantic right now. Yeah. And I love a rom-com, fam. So, you know what I mean? Oli being in position and us having academy players, it's the best feeling in the world. Do you see what I'm saying? It feels good, but sometimes we got to say to ourselves, wait, Inquest is necessary now. Inquest starts now. Who is really meant to be here? As far as I'm concerned,
that's the question.
As far as I'm concerned, Oli is meant to be here. That's it. Yes, he has made mistakes this season, and he has made mistakes in semi-finals. The first semi, if we also mention the Chelsea semi-final, we saw what that was. He made a choice. He made a decision. It was a bad decision. Do you know what I mean? Actually, wait, is that the game when he switched the 3 at the back?
Yeah.
But it wasn't the strongest 11, was it?
And it wasn't the strongest 11 as well. Yeah.
There you go. But he made the decision purely because that Europa League, one game wins it, is too high of a risk. Do you see what I'm saying? So in a sense, that was a good decision in a sense, because we got what we needed. You know, we didn't win the Europa, we got into the top 4. So that pretty much worked out for him. The other semi-final was Man City, was it?
2 legs, got battered 3-0 in the first half of the first leg.
Yeah.
And then a goal in the second game.
There were many changes in that Man City game as well. The first one, because the second one we put in our normal team, right?
It was normal both times. Obviously, Pogba was still injured then. We didn't have Bruno. But I remember. I think it was the 5. Dan James was up front with Rashford in one of them. And
yeah.
And in the second leg, Matic scored. And we won it 1-0. And I remember at the time we were like, yeah, you know what? We lost the first leg 3-1, but we've come to City. It's confidence building. We've still won 1-0. But everyone, then the other side is saying, well, City are 3-1 up, mate. They didn't really care. They were going to the final.
Yeah.
So in its context, it's like, you have to
contextualize this stuff.
You lost another semi-final.
No, but I think context is key. The semi-final, where we were in I would say, and that's part of the season, especially the Carling Cup against Man City, it was almost like, it was a crazy, we weren't where we are now with the Brunos and this, that, and the other. So it's a bit unfair, do you know what I mean, to really call in that one. The semi-final that was messed up was this one. The Europa League one, there's no excuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Chelsea one.
And
you're saying he made a choice, then
he made a choice. He made a decision. And like it or not, if we didn't get top 4, we'd be stressed. Do you know what I mean?
We got this year.
You know what I mean? And this is it. Do you know what I mean? I do feel that, seriously, honestly, Ollie is the right man, and he's learning on the job. Now, are you lot comfortable enough to let this learning just happen? Because I am. Do you know what I'm saying? I am, in a sense of, you lot don't want to rip up this. You don't want to rip this up and start again. I don't.
I think we've got foundations for that. Just quickly, KJ, I want to make sure I get these read out before it times out. Bansal says Ollie playing it smart, putting it all on Ed now. So basically saying he's sharking responsibility and basically saying, look, you need to back us. We need to spend. We need to invest. That is a lot of what Ollie is saying right now. Akil Kamal says Maguire and Wan-Bissaka didn't have real competition at Leicester and Palace. Why should that be an excuse for their poor performances now? Because a lot of people saying that there's no one challenging them for their positions now. They never had that challenge at Palace and Leicester, respectively. So don't use that as an excuse now. Fair point.
Wait, I missed that. Maguire and AVD don't have real competition at Leicester Palace. Oh, okay.
So he's basically saying, I mean, when Maguire was at Leicester, there was no one that was going to push him out of the centre-back position at the time.
I understand what you're talking about, though. Leicester, Palace. Don't talk about these clubs in comparison with my club. That's unnecessary.
No, I don't think
he's money, bro.
Comparing the clubs. He's comparing the fact that the situation of being pushed to be at your best. But we're talking about I understand what you're saying, but it's the theatre of dreams, bro. I don't want to hear that in a sentence ever again. Give that man back his money, bro. That doesn't even make sense. Leicester and Crystal Palace. What are we talking about, bro? No, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're so defensive over there. You're like missing the point. He's saying is that when Wan-Bissaka was at Crystal Palace, he didn't have another right back there on his case. He was guaranteed to play every game. He's come big Man United, like you're saying. Big Man United, we're in a different conversation to these clubs, like you're saying. And he's come big Man United. He thinks he's made. There's no one else pushing him. So don't use it as an excuse.
But then if Crystal Palace lose, nobody cares, bruv. They're meant to lose. This is what I'm saying. So if I had a bad game, we're not really deep down in and looking at the experience and saying, hold on, how do you play today? And didn't play a rating, so then Crystal Palace. They didn't even got a Bandcamp channel from. I don't even think they have one, bruv. Allow it, bruv. We're not talking about these men, bruv.
Bruv, you're missing the point. You're missing the whole point here.
I want to miss it, bruv.
No,
I want to miss it.
You're an idiot. He's saying, are you winding me up here? He's basically.
I'm not. I don't agree. I disagree. Because we're talking about Maguire playing at Leicester and he had competition. This is what you're saying.
No,
he had no competition, but he played well.
Have no competition at big man.
So and he played well.
Where's the competition for the places? Where's the
there
next
you
man?
go. But we're talking of, and listen, bear man are like, you're missing the point, bro.
It's like going straight over your big head. What, you're missing the whole
thing. Do you know what it is? I'm uncomfortable with hearing about Crystal Palace and Leicester in the same sentence as us. That's why. Right? I'm sorry. That's why. I know. I'm totally missing the point, but let's let it go, bro.
You're doing I think we might have to change this thing called Reckless, because what you're doing.
No, wait. Let me say it slowly, sir. I'm telling you that I understand, yeah? When Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka was at their other clubs, they had no competition. That's what you're saying. So why are we using that as an excuse now, to say this is why they're having poor performances? That's what you're saying.
Because at Man United, they still have no competition. Do you get that?
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but do you get that last bit? That's very important.
I understand that. I'm saying I understand that.
Right.
And I'm saying...
Well, what's your response to that? Don't talk about when they were at Leicester and Crystal Palace, because they're not as big as Man United. You're a fool. That's what you are. You're a fool. You're a loser. Zayn Miassi says, KG, you need a world-class striker to partner Martial. You have a great midfield, but if Martial gets injured, Greenwood is not enough.
Yeah, we're going to get into that today. It's mad.
Greg Hampton says, Crystal Palace and Leicester City, they had other motivation, e.g. new club. I think he's saying that the two players had a new club. Listen, I think back to that point, he's basically saying, right, that we're using the excuse that Bissaka, I say we, some people have said that Bissaka and Maguire, they're using that excuse that they don't have no competition for places. So they're blaming their poor performance on the fact that they're not being pushed as a fact, as opposed to the fact that actually just take care of your own performance, just perform to the level. You can't just blame no one's pushing you, because when you were Leicester and Palace, you didn't have no one then.
And I just think, as I said, the scrutiny, and the point I was making is the scrutiny. That was what I was really getting at. It's like you're not going to scrutinize these players, and what's his name's, like it or not, Aaron Wan-Bissaka's played a lot of games. It's not an excuse, but it's been a long season. Do you see what I'm saying? And we're starting to see people are looking at Aaron Bissaka sideways. But you got to understand, for a first season debut, it's been a good season for him. You know what I mean? Maguire has, you know what I'm saying? Maguire, again, with defensive, because we can get really upset and tear down the house and say everything's wrong. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, no, in terms of defensively this season, we have been better than we have been in the past. Do you know what I mean? Now, the next thing is to step up, and the preparation for next season is key, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka going forward, we know this is where he fails. We know this is where he doesn't offer enough, and he probably has to work on his crossing in the off season, and we haven't got that much time. So we're not
in the 3 weeks. You're gonna come back.
In 3 weeks, you're not learning how to cross. Yeah,
in 3 years, I don't think he's gonna have the feet. I'm saying that.
Really?
I'm saying that. I'm saying he's. Do you know what? We're going to get into an inquest about the actual players. So
we'll leave that. But I'm saying that what we need now is true wingers that are playing in those positions. So someone playing on the right hand side that's gonna stand in the gap for Aaron Wan-Bissaka's deficiencies, because Aaron Wan-Bissaka defensively does his job. You know what I mean? And when it gets to Maguire, when we talk about Maguire there's a lot needs to happen with Maguire next season. And the main thing for me is I'm done with Maguire and Lindelof as the centre-back pairing. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, I don't care if it's Lindelof leading or Maguire leading. But let's be real, anyone with the captain's armband is going to be starting. So right now, we're going to have to see Maguire with another player. Yeah? This is where we are. You know what I mean? And if Maguire doesn't show form next season, then you pull him out and he's not the man. But I do still feel that Maguire will kick on next season.
Okay.
Like, that's real.
There's a lot of super chats here, so I want to get through them. Over 3,000 people watching live, which is sick. Big up for the interaction, you guys. It's all about you lot. That's why we do the show live as well. Hi, K. You guys are doing a tremendous job. Kindly provide your views on getting back Memphis Depay. He's still a red. Said he wants to play under Oli. Can give a good challenge to Martial. and Rashford. That's from Vijaya. We'll come back to that one for sure.
Yeah.
So keep that in your head there, KG, in case I forget.
Yeah.
This is from Akil Kamal. Says the pressure of moving to a huge club is completely different reason. I totally agree. KG United is a whole new beast. Just saying we can't use a lack of competition as a way to cover flaws. Okay, fair enough. He's saying that. So he's saying it is a different beast, but you can't use the lack of competition to mask that they're just maybe not good enough in certain areas. I get that. And Songwriter 95 says, has anyone else noticed that Wan-Bissaka has got worse since he had to go forward more? He was lethal when he concentrated on defending. Do you know what? That's an interesting super chat. Thanks for that, Songwriter 95. Basically, they're saying that when we've become more attacking and the lights on him more with the ball at his feet, noticed it more. That's fair. I mean, some people noticed it straight from the start. I know a lot of people saying that. DK,
it's the comparisons, though.
Exactly. I swear no manager in the world could take United to the top with this board. Do you think there is a manager? Oh, do your thing. There is a manager. Do you think there is a manager? Yeah. Oh, maybe Sir Alex Ferguson, but no one else for me under this board. He's basically saying
Alex alone, man. He's chilling with his wife, man.
Same I see KG, how's Maguire and the Iceman going to cope with Willian and Aubameyang next season? Double figures. Josh Hart says, why are people so triggered? 6 years of poor signings and management. We have a young squad. Ollie has done more to progress United than any other manager post Fergie. Young players inconsistent, and Ollie hasn't got his full squad yet. And I think, like Josh is saying there, it's important to remember a lot of those elements. 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, in my breakdown that I gave in my final word, I was pretty much saying that. Like, it's very true. You can't just look at the fact that, but Liverpool did this and Man City did. We have to just look at our own thing and what Ollie had to contend with to change everything. I get that. But it was just a wake-up call to remember what we still need to do and how big next year is.
Can I ask a question, Flex? Quickly, while you're doing that, comment section. I just want to see, because how many people we got watching right now?
3,500.
3,500. Okay, you lot, in the comment section, I'm just going to ask, Ollie in or Ollie out? I just want to see where you lot are in, because I see the comments going, but I just want to say in or out. That's the question. Go on, read the comments. Read the comments.
Nick Lavin says, Martial is fine, but Rashford and Greenwood can't be our attackers. Signed 2 world-class clinical strikers, and we are sorted. Defenders are good, I think he's saying. I wouldn't agree with that all the way. I see what he means. Like like Rashford, we'll get to that when we talk about individuals. We'll get to that when we talk about individuals. And I think we've read out pretty much all of them. There's a hell of a lot there. Everyone's interacting, which is sick. I wanted to just make sure that, we do that. Okay, cool. Now we're at what you're saying, KG, which is what you put to the people then. In, Ollie, in, out, out, in. There's a hell of a lot more ins right now that I can see.
There you go.
So, and I think that is a reflection. And look, we're not trying to, you'll get people watching this saying you're just trying to push it. It shouldn't even be about him losing his job. That's not the context, what KG's saying.
I'm saying where the fans are.
Where are people at? And back to how important this summer is, I just think that getting to the 3 semi-finals and losing all 3, obviously is not good.
Yeah.
You can look at it and say he got to 3 semi-finals in the season, but if you don't win them, no one cares. Yeah. But you have to look at what it means for the players. But the players could have looked at it like, damn, we got 3 chances there to get into final. We didn't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? It can actually be detrimental. So when people say it's positive because it shows progression, you're getting further in the competition. You can keep getting to the final every time and losing it. It can mash you up. You're not going to grow from that. You only grow when you win it. So I think it's so key to get it done this summer. If we get this summer wrong, I think we're in trouble.
And let's be honest now, Flex. I haven't heard any speculation. It's mad quiet, And the most scariest thing about this is the league does start in 3 weeks. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, I mean, we might get an extra week extension, but it does start on the 12th of September,
Okay, but if that's the case, Man United, traditionally, we're taking, a month, 2 months to sign one player. You know what I mean? So when are we getting this business done? Do you know what I mean? Is the transfer window still open while we start playing, or is it
first of October?
okay? So this is what's worrying me. Are we going to be in a position where we do our signings well into the season when we're not in a great shape? You know what I mean? It's like it's almost because I feel like the club will be again with the Saeed. He says reactionary. It's not proactive. We're going to be on a reactionary FC because honestly, right now, Donny van der Beek here is available.
Might go to Barcelona. They're going to get Ronald Koeman. There's talk to Ronald Koeman wanting Van der Beek for 35, 40 million.
That's our fault. That's our fault. Literally, Donny van der Beek available. Malalang Sarr, who's not got a club. Yeah, we're looking for a centre back that's quick and young, fits the mold, free. Yeah, we're not looking at. You know what I mean? Then let's really get into this. Jadon Sancho, I get what you lot are talking about in terms of we know how much he costs and we need a player. Buy him. You know what I mean? It's not like you go into a shop and it's a mystery price and you got to guess how much jelly beans is in there. Bro, it says 120 million. It gets what you need. Do you see what I'm saying? All I want to see the club do, yeah, is start to react. We lost the final. I thought it was going to be, as soon as we lost the semi-final, I thought it was going to be linked to everyone around the world because you know how we do in the media. I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's scary because the other teams are strengthening. You know what I mean? Man City are doing their job. Chelsea are doing their job. Even Arsenal, bruv. Retirement FC, they're bringing in the man them, fam. So we got to look at ourselves and say, what the hell are we doing? Because this, yeah, as you said, it's 50-50. I think it's more, actually, I'll say it's more than 50-50, but a lot more people are Ollie in. That number is going to reduce dramatically, yeah, if we don't get in the signings. If we don't get in the signings, you're going to start to say, and people are going to blame Ollie, yeah, where he shouldn't be blamed. You need good players to help you win. You know what I mean? Man City didn't get nothing this season. Why? They don't have the defense they needed. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but then it's only that in football, it's weird how most people really concentrate on us when it comes to the spending thing. Man City been looking for a new centre back and wing backs for years. Stones flopped. I think most of the centre backs they brought in, the only one that's worked has been Mendy flop. This is it. But I think with us, it's people proper focus when we make the mistake. You know what I mean? And now
with Man City, because they've got like back-to-back Premier League titles in that time. They've won FA Cup, like they've won things though, and challenged. They've won the league like in them times. So we've spent close to what they've spent, and we finished in 6th and 5th and 7th.
But then just imagine with the money that I'm saying, with the money that Pep told us, the only reason how he wasn't competitive this year, he didn't have the tools. Do you see what I'm saying? And
listen, there's an inquest for Pep. Like they brought him into Champions League, and man, he done it. Like the question is,
but I'm saying he can argue that. But I'm saying that's a fair argument. He said I don't have the tools, and he's Pep, the master of tactics. But he's telling you that I ain't got what I need to do my job. So you're talking about Ollie, someone from Mulder and all this other stuff, and new in the game in terms. And I know people are going to drop this 10-year talk, but new.
I was new to this level of management. This, like you said, man, United, a whole new beast. Like
it's a whole new beast. Yeah, and he needs the tools. And I'm so happy. You see, at the end of the interview, yeah, when he was speaking, he said, "Listen, we need," and he's never said it all throughout the season. He's never said we need players. You know what I mean? He said he finally said it with his chest. I need players. You know what I mean? And that was a message upstairs. I hope they're listening.
Nearly 4,000 people watching, which is sick. The video and hit subscribe. Road to 800k. Please, guys, if you're new, smash that subscribe button. We're nearly at 800k, and we're going to start that road to 1 million. Well, it's kind of already started, but you know what I mean. We get to 800, and we know we're 200 away from 1 million. I'm going to go for some super chats. They're coming in thick and fast. Andrew MC96 says something Adam has discussed a lot recently is possibly switching Pogba and Bruno's positions. What are your thoughts on this, or how would you play Paul Pogba? Hold that thought there, KG. Actually, you didn't even hold the thought about Depay. We just went off to that.
We can do it still.
Yeah. All right. Keep that. Depay.
I wrote it down.
And Pogba. Yeah. Keep that for me. MJ over says Ollie in-game management needs to improve. Ollie out if we see the same habits in the game management part. So put down game management there, KG. Actually, we'll come to that. Ewan Moses says, switch Rashford and Greenwood. Rashi is a greater threat crossing than Greenwood crossing on his left or cutting in for a strike on his right. Shout out to my wife, Nadine, please. Love your content. Hold tight, Nadine. Ewan obviously locked into the United stand. I hope we're not taking up too much of your day, but you know, let him be free for another 35 minutes or so, and then you lot can go and do what you need to do.
Nadine, you can do better. Sorry, man. Sorry,
let me see this one. Luke Johnson says it's okay for Ollie to learn on the job, but we are getting onto a 19-year-old left back. Make it make sense. Keep the same. Write that down. Write down Brandon Williams.
For crying out loud!
Listen, hey, we're going to talk about everyone's opinion. This is what it is, man. Can't duck it. And Niger boy, hold tight, Niger boy. There you go, KG, Niger boy. Flex, can anyone explain how we gave Chong a contract till 2022? The biggest joke I heard this year. Well, we will exploit the transfer market. So yeah, I remember he did say that earlier during the lockdown, and he's basically saying, but we gave Chong that. So he's obviously not feeling Chong. And the last one is from Russell Burton. Just sending love to you guys and shout out to Mark. Hope he's doing better. Just saw his tweet. All love the boys. Big up Russell. Yeah, Mark's doing cool, man. I spoke to him. WhatsApp. He's doing well. Yeah, don't worry about that. Right, KG. Let's
go. Because do you want to go from what they talk about the pay? Do you want to
get that one out of the way? Because that was quite a while ago, and that was a super chat. So
yeah. Okay. Here we go. So, oh man, Memphis Depay. Yeah, this is a real serious question that we need to ask ourselves. I don't want him back personally because I'm not really feeling. It'll be even worse. You know, he still makes music videos. That's the last thing we need. Yeah. It's asking for banter. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, but he's playing well. He managed a Champions League semi-final whilst he's making music videos.
So imagine Souness, Carragher, but all that man. Wait, hold on. It's Sky Sports here, and we've just lost to. Who can we lose to? That'll be embarrassing. We just lost to Newcastle. Then you see the latest song from Thingy running the adverts. They're gonna kill us. They're gonna finish us. They'll be like, literally, they'll bring back like Andy Gray, like sloppy. You know what? They'll be saying stuff that we haven't seen for years. I don't want that. I don't want anyone that's making music videos at my club. I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, just
I wouldn't not have him back only like because of that. I just think he's better than Dan James,
bro.
It
don't matter.
He's a different type of player to Greenwood, but he's you could argue he's better than Greenwood right now. But with what Greenwood's doing, like Greenwood will become better. Rashford,
look what they did to Rashford. Rashford done a simple Vogue shoot, yeah, and people are saying that Rashford's getting too big for his boots.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. So he was just doing his thing. I'm saying that sometimes, like it or not, the scrutiny. When you come to Man United, you can't do those things. It's unfortunate, but you can't. Yeah. The same reason why people fell out of love with Lingard is because you felt that he was trying to build his brand. I don't think football is there where it's not like basketball where these players can really work on their brand outside of football. I don't think that.
I don't really like that. I don't really agree with that. I speak to a lot of man. Like I've got a few friends who have been in the game and are in the game, and I speak quite closely with them, and they know a lot of players who are top draw players. Yeah. I'm not going to name who it is, but they know a lot of players at big clubs. And I speak with him quite a lot. And like we talk about like building a brand whilst you're playing and building this and building that. And I just feel like, well, when you got a job, like in the office or teacher or whatever, why are you not allowed to do something else outside of your work? Like, it's still your working space. And I know the scrutiny is like, it's like people only care if the results go their way. And I just feel like that's a bit too harsh because it's like, I think people sometimes expect these players, to walk out on the pitch, 75,000 people, love this badge as much as we do. Right? And I get the respect for the
badge as well, bro. That's a nice badge still.
Huh?
That's a nice badge still.
Yeah, it's a nice badge.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry, go on.
But no, but back to what I'm saying, yeah. Like we as fans want these players to love the club as much as we do. When in reality, yeah, like it's a journey for these guys. If they're not playing, where they can't get any game time, or someone offers them more money sometimes, yeah, they might call them mercenary or whatever. They're looking after their family. They're gone. They love the fans while they're there. Once they leave, they might hold it in the heart for a bit. I had a really good time there. But when you leave flipping one company to go to the other company, you don't go, oh, I just love the other company. You just go, I had a good time there. I'm moving on. So like,
what you're arguing about, though, you're talking about culture right now, and you're arguing things are happening at a new pace, and it's the old establishment. So I'm telling you, if Lingard was out here buying horses, it's fine, bruv. It's part of the culture. If you're buying horses or buying houses like Robbie Fowler and you're doing that, you're cool. Do you see what I'm saying? When you now start to get into things that it's not really recognized, when it's not recognized in terms of a new culture, it's like, I don't like that. And if you don't understand it, you probably just won't like it. So this is all it is. But I'm saying that there's already pressure already from social media, and they don't like how we move on social media. You get a player that comes in and is doing all of that, dropping music videos and that, it's not going to work. That's the only reason why I say, and I think for him, I love that he said, Manchester still red. I love that. I love the fact that he's a Man United fan. But if I was going to go back anywhere, I would go back to Zaha. I know you lot don't want to hear it. I'm going back.
Why would you go back to Zaha?
Again, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, his relationship is very good. They play together. The price would be perfect. We've already got some kind of a buy-on clause. Do you see what I'm saying? So right now, the price that we give them, it just fit us, because we need to be honest, to see the Sancho thing, I want to tear it up, really. I want to tear it up because I know that and this is funny, I've switched, but it's like watching that semi-final, I realized something, that we have too many deficiencies, and spending 120 million, on a player, it's not going to do it for me. It's not. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we have to fix other areas of the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm with. I see where you're coming from.
There you go. So
it's a lot, and it's a difficult decision. But to feed into what you're saying, just to chime in there, we really don't have that depth, that strength in depth. And you made a good point. Look, people say Ricky sometimes because he says some crazy stuff that you might not agree with. But the best thing I tell you now, the best thing to do with Ricky is when he says something, go back and watch it after you've calmed down and then really listen to what he's saying. He's like, Flex, everyone's blaming the subs in that. There's man in the first team that still ain't that good. Yeah. He's right. Yeah. I'm blaming the subs. Yeah. They're coming in 2 minutes. Yeah. We're not the man who's playing 88 minutes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Got a point. So
there you go. So now, if it was me, so let's play around and say we got 200 million to spend. Yeah. You go in, you get Zaha. Zaha's gonna cost between 40 million, 40 to 50 million, but we got the sell-on clause. Yeah. So there's something there. And you lot can say La Zaha, but Zaha's he's a good player. For what we need right now, he's a good player. But let's move in. See, now in the front three, you've got Rashford, Greenwood, Zaha, Martial. I don't know what Lingard's doing. I kind of want him to go, but that's a decent front three for me. Now we're going to get into midfield. Talk to your boy Declan. Yeah? Declan and Grealish. Yeah?
I'm my friends are having him.
What's that?
A lot of my friends, I've got some friends in the game and saying, what you think? They say to me, what, Fletcher, what you think Declan Rice is wicked, yeah? What you think? You think he's better than Matic? You think he's better than Fred? Man are saying that to me.
Talk to Declan and tell them man that are saying, do you think he's better than them players, to shut their mouths, fam? Because right now, anyway, let me not even go into this agenda thing that they say I have in it. Yeah, but talk to them, man. Declan and a Grealish, a good midfielder. We've just filled up the bench. The bench looks more tasty. There's more coming off the bench that can help us. Do you see what I'm saying? And if you don't, if you man don't like, if you don't like Zaha, there's another midfielder. There's another right winger in the world to buy. Do you see what I'm saying? But I'm saying that we don't want to put in all this money and not have nothing on the bench. Looking at the bench against in the semi-finals, we looked at the bench, Mata and Odion Igalo. This big club, This great big club that you lot support, we support, we all support, bruv. We got Dan James and Mata Ojinagalo. You never thought this could happen. Do you see what I'm saying? We need to now fill it up, because really and truly, all we'll have, if we just go with if we just get Sancho, all we'll have coming off the bench is either Rashford or Greenwood to save the game. You know what I mean? Not enough. For me, it's not enough. Do you see what I'm saying? And there will, like it or not, there will be injuries next season. So who's going to come in for Bruno?
We need the depth. We need the depth. Nearly 5,000 people watching. We got 4,500. Let's see if we can get to 5,000. Smash a like on
a good player, by the way. Just need to say that, because Dan James is not terrible, but I'm saying that there's stuff that he has to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot that he has to do, but he is a good player. So I'm not trying to disrespect him at all.
Let's see if we can get to 5,000 people watching, guys. That'd be sick if we could do that live. Smash a like on the video, hit subscribe. Road to 800K, like I've said before, if you're just joining us. That's what it is. Karen Bansal says Zaha won't be able to perform at Champions League level. Sancho is once in a lifetime player. We anyways not winning the league. Anyways, we're not winning the league next year. Fair enough. Nathan Lalite says KG spitting facts. 108 M's for one man is madness when you look at all the other problems we have. And that's the thing. Like, don't get this twisted, yeah? Because of the COVID situation, like we even hear in the reports, which I do believe, that the Bruno thing that happened in January when we got him came out of the summer transfer budget, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got to take that into account as well. I'm hearing that. So if that is the case, on top of the fact that it's COVID and what, yeah, like if you spend £108 million on Jadon Sancho, as good and as potent as he will make our attack, I'm not saying Jadon Sancho's not going to cut it, but when Bruno gets injured, what are you going to do? When Pogba gets injured, what are you going to do? When Rashford ain't performing like he hasn't been performing, a big part of the reason why Rashford's been playing is because you look at the thing and you're like, boy. But Ricky was like, boy, you know what? Like, I do criticize Solskjaer, because just switch it up then. Put Martial on the left. We'll put Greenwood on it. Like, try a thing.
And you know what? We just on your point, we haven't even deep that. I haven't even spoken about left back in terms of needing a new left back. Right now, Saha, Shaw is moving like prime Saha. Remember,
we need better than both. We need better than. I think we need better than.
This is what I'm saying.
The Shaw and thing.
I'm not going to talk about Daniel James because he's a youngster, but you know my opinions on Daniel James.
Yeah, but you're talking about no, because you're talking about Williams, the youngster. He's even younger.
No, Daniel James. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about Brandon today. You know how I feel about Brandon, yeah. And he's a youngster coming up. And
no, stop. No, you are going to.
Don't let me talk about him, because you know how I feel.
No, listen. All right, listen. Hold on.
Bro, don't get started today, because you make me relive the semi-final, and I don't want to.
No. Again. All about context, and we don't shy away from talking about the real things, yeah? I'm just going to ask you this. Without being too harsh, because look, Brandon Williams is his first breakthrough season. He's a young player. So you have to take that into context, yeah? However, like you said, it's Man United. It's a big beast. If you're playing if you're going to play in the first team in big games and you're going to get held out and lauded and praised when you do well against Chelsea away, Man City away. He's played in big games. He held his own at Sheffield United away, scored a goal as well. Like, if you're going to get in them conversations when you're doing well, no one's saying don't big him up because he's too young. You have to criticize. Just because you have to discuss.
You don't want my criticism though, because it's too raw, bro.
You can talk about it, okay? It's your opinion. So what I'm saying, what my question is to you is Dan. I keep saying Dan James. Brandon Williams.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts about him? Where do you see him playing? Where do you see him fitting if we're going to keep kicking on?
So Brandon Williams, is a right back. Yeah. Really and truly, you can see he can't even defend with his left foot. This is how mad it is that he just doesn't need to be there anymore. And yes, he worked as a stopgap when there was a moment where, and this is what happened. Sometimes we were so upset with seeing Ashley Young and some of these other players, we would have taken anyone. Yeah, it was beautiful. So like when that new manager bounce, it was a new player bounce. We got Brandon in. He's a youngster from the academy, and everyone feels good. It's like seeing a Macheda. It's like seeing all these players that you've been waiting for their moment to grow, and maybe you're not good enough. Yeah, he needs to switch to the other side. But they're saying on the other side, you got Ethan that plays there. That should be coming through next season. So it's very now it becomes very tough. I don't know what's going on for Brandon, but he is not the man. And this is the only reason why I gave Ollie a 6 that game, because you knew that he was getting ripped by Falk. Man like Falk, yeah, was doing that to him.
They have no other left back right now. They have no one else to play there right now.
So you, anybody but him.
But for Semenza than
anybody, yeah, but this guy. That's how deep it was. I saw this coming, and I was thinking, and when you talk about in-game management, this was the one thing for me with Ollie. I said, Ollie, man, then what was the whole point of the Fosu-Mensah bringing him back anyway? Was it just a nicety for him to make him feel good about himself, or did you have a plan to bring him into the later rounds of the Europa League? You know what I mean? Because Fosu-Mensah, like it or not, he is solid. You know what I mean? And he's not getting ripped like my man's been getting ripped ever since the eye injury. I don't know what's happened to him. You know what I mean? But we now need another left back, because Shaw will get a big injury, a long layoff in each season. He's had an amazing. Shaw's been great when he's played, but when he does get injured, we're talking about 3 months, 4 months, 2 months. Hamstring. Check Shaw's injury record. You're going to see a lot of hammies in there. Obviously, the leg break, that was horrible. But I'm saying we can't now rely on Shaw to play a full season. You know what I mean? And I don't want to see Brandon there. So
what about ability? Do you not think that we can just get by better than Luke Shaw as well? Been there 7 years.
He can be better than Luke Shaw. I think there could be a better player than Luke Shaw, and we have to look. And this is when I say this club has got mad scouts all around the world. What are them scouts doing? Do you know what I mean? You want me to be on YouTube looking for Mandem and that? If that's what it's going to take, bring me into the club, bro. You know what? No, seriously. But let's be real, yeah. This club's got mad scouts across the world, yeah. And I don't know what they're doing, because we should be finding these gems. Do you know what I'm saying? From around the world. We shouldn't be spending, if you don't want to spend crazy money, let's look South America. Let's look in Europe. Let's look now we played all these Europa League games. You must have seen different players. You thought, you know what? You might work. You see what I'm saying? You could work in our team. Let's bring you in. Exactly. So Alphonso Davies, yeah, same 19, same age as Brandon. You know what I mean? And he's rinsing, man. This is what our club, we're a big club. We should have these types of players, or be looking to bring in these types of players. Alphonso Davies from where's he from? But is he from America?
Toronto. He come from MLS, yeah.
Can you imagine with Drake in that? There's no one in Canada. There's no one in Canada that could have said, "Raw, that guy's fast, you know. Bring him down, You know what I mean? What's going on?
It's mad. Aaron Jones he's been on the screen a little while. I'm going to get that read out. If we get Sancho, we won't have much spare cash. Liverpool got a spare left back for 10 million. Goldbridge says, use our European scouts. Look at Bruno and imagine his price if he was English. Use our European scouts. Yeah, because when you do go into Europe, we're trying to get Sancho out of Europe, but it's different because he's English. When you unearth a gem, like you're saying, in Brazil or in Europe or wherever it might be, yeah, the premium's a lot less. Yeah, you know what I mean? They might try and up it a bit because we're Man United, but you're not going to get the astronomical fees. Pioya says United is no longer a beast fam just by name. But he's saying, but it's a beast by name then. So it's a beast. Then
there you go.
Obviously, we're not at the top level. We're not at the top level.
Sit down.
It's still a beast. And it is what it is. I just feel like with Brandon Williams, for me, I feel that he's had an amazing breakthrough season. I think you're right there in terms of it was that breath of fresh air that we needed in the position at that time, i.e. Luke Shaw wasn't playing too well, and Brandon came in. But also when we saw Brandon play really well was when Luke Shaw was a left centre back tucked in next to him. Brandon was a left wing back. You can't. You
don't want to see that five at the back again. You want that?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's when we saw the best of him. And that's almost when we saw the best of Luke Shaw as well. But going back to the point, I think going forward, we need better than both Luke Shaw and Brandon Williams.
I agree.
And if we look on the right-hand side, we need someone who's better than Wan-Bissaka going forward.
I think you lot, like the Wan-Bissaka thing, it's when you have two deficiencies on both sides, it gets nuts.
So you think, do you feel
I think.
Do you think Wan-Bissaka is going to learn like good touches on the ball going forward, like think different, be able to do more with the ball?
No, because I think is what he does do, he does really well. Do you know what I mean? And he can get better on the ball. You see what I'm saying? I think there's a very good player in Wan-Bissaka. You know what I mean? All them tackles and everything he's been doing this season, it has helped.
No,
you know that right-hand side, you don't go down it. People know that right-hand side, but then the only thing is now that we changed our style of play in terms of the build-up is slow from the back, and we pass the ball to Wan-Bissaka, and usually it's too quick. It's too quick. People are hunting him down really quickly. Yeah, but if we now, I think we start to change. There's little things that we can change in terms of the defensive midfielder and the defensive midfielder and the centre back, because we play so far back, yeah, knowing because these guys are slow. You know what I mean? And if we can change those in these two positions in terms of getting a more rapid defensive midfielder with a rapid centre back, we won't have to play. We can change almost the starting position in the way we play. You see what I'm saying? And I think that will make a difference on the Wan-Bissakas, and even someone that can pick up the ball and get it to the more dangerous players in terms of the Pogbas, the Brunos, faster. You got a good defensive midfielder that really knows how to look after the ball and can cover. You're not giving Wan-Bissaka that ball that much, but it's literally getting from Lindelof straight to Bissaka. Do you know what I'm saying? Press. Let's go from Lindelof to the defensive midfielder. Get yourself out of trouble. Let's play.
So you're saying bypass him because that's a weakness in his game?
Bypass him. It's his weakness. But then right now, we do know that the football, you still have to defend. It's still part of football. You know what I mean? And people get chances. There you go. But I'm saying Brandon can't go up and he can't defend, bruv. Get out, bruv. You made that happen. I'm sorry. I didn't want to say that about a youngster that's 19 and he's coming through and learning his trade, but it is what it is, bruv. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I've had enough. I can't think. It's unforgivable, bruv. Man cost us. Nah. I didn't. Gee, do you know how bad I wanted to play Inter in the finals, bro? Do you know what my man's done? I'm vexed. Still upset. All the feelings are back. That's why I said, don't ask me about that yeet, bro.
No, I think it's
bloody hell, bro. No, it's not even funny, bro. No. You know, I had my eye on that final, you know. Bro, I had my eye on that final. I did.
No, it just came from nowhere. Do you know what? Wait, you caught me. It just came from nowhere. You just go, and Wan-Bissaka, you know, he can learn it. Furthermore, he can't go forward. Get out. Like, where's that? Whoa.
Bro, you don't understand how bad I wanted to be in that final, you know. Lukaku, hey, can you imagine the other interview? Lukaku's talking about our players and that. They knew what they're doing. It's painful. It's painful, bro.
Yo, KG, reckless in name, reckless by nature.
It is what it is, bro.
I think look on Brandon Williams. I think he can be a backup left back or right back, more so right back.
With Jackson, bro.
I think that's a bit harsh. Like, get out. I think you still got to see how he matures in the next year or two.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it, bro. But that's how I felt. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I didn't mean to say. Gee, I'm still upset, you know. I'm still upset.
Like a little two-year-old, like a little kid getting in trouble by their parents. I didn't mean it. So why did you say it? I just didn't mean it. You fool.
It's in my pain. I'm talking from pain. I'm talking from pain.
Main Dakris says, agree with KG. Man did not block one cross defensively and did not put in one cross offensively. How is man fullback for Man United? And look, you know what? You don't want to bash the youth too much, but you got to look at what you're seeing and what you're saying. But yeah, that was just funny the way you just came out of it. I'm not saying I wholly disagree with you, but yeah, I mean, man, even paying just to laugh at you. I'm passionate. Dara O'Brien says Wan-Bissaka is poor on the ball and needs to learn to just be direct and not try stepovers and all that. Kick the ball by the opponent, chase and cross.
No, but that's how basic football is, though. That's literally, when you break it down, that's it, innit? Are we gonna get time to do our game?
Marty says 100% agree with KG. Was busy rolling about. A lot of people kind of agreeing with you, saying that they don't think. KG, I want to ask you about this.
Go on, man.
I want to talk about. Hold on a sec. Sorry, there's another super chat here. What about putting Aaron Wan-Bissaka as centre? But I'm going to click it off. I've clicked it.
Give him back his money. Give him back his money. How can we return super chats? How can we return super chats?
Does it come back with postage? Is postage paid, or do you have to do? Is it free post? No, I'm not going to disrespect it.
No disrespect.
What about putting Aaron? Can't go forward, but great athletically and 1v1. All he needs to learn is position, but he can cover with pace.
Yeah, that's a lot of learning, bro. Positional is anyway. You know what? No.
To finish on that, nearly 5,000 people watching. That's dope. It is all about opinion, and everyone can have their say on here.
That's right.
However, I don't agree with that. I think if you put Wan-Bissaka centre half, with how you see how he is on the floor, he can't control the ball properly. Like what?
It's also Michael Richards problems when you just try to use your pace to get out of trouble. Remember Michael Richards when he moved to centre back? Not today.
Yeah. Wayne Rooney's in a cut. Hold tight, Wayne. Says Party, Dale, both quality, have release clause of 45 million. Sabatzia, sorry, another quality player. All can be bought from the Sancho budget, and that's the thing. The Sancho budget can stretch. It really can. Giannis is just laughing. Jacob is laughing.
We need to respect ourselves. Come on,
laughing. Right, let me get these ones done. Jermaine comes in with another one as well. At least Delort can put a cross in, yet he can't see the field. There's too much English bias at the club.
Man said he said sanitizer.
I never said sanitizer. Read it back. I never said that. Even experienced players struggle when played out of position. Ollie made him play out of position. I would love to see him at right back. I'm guessing that you're talking about Brandon Williams. Right, have I done all of the super chats before I can move on?
Man.
Yeah, I have. Right. That's a sabotager, you idiot. People just, honestly. Marcus Rashford, though, seriously.
Let's go.
Ricky said to me, he's awful. Ricky said to me, he goes overboard. He says he's a League 3, Division 3 player. That's just scandalous. Yeah. But in terms of being a top level, though, he's not. He hasn't been at it. I'll go after you.
Yeah.
What when I say to you, Marcus Rashford, what do you think?
Marcus Rashford. I watched Ricky's fan cam, and yes, we've taken the penalties away from Marcus Rashford. Because I was going to say 20 goals a season. You know, Marcus Rashford, 20 goals a season. He is the answer. He is, and he lost his way. You know, it was a massive injury, the back injury, yeah, and I think it really disjointed, and he rushed to get back. Probably, you know, like what we did when Rooney as like rushed to get back for England and stuff like massive. There's moments.
You're seeing why he's playing like this now. You're seeing it because he rushed back.
I think he rushed back. And I think he's dealing with stuff. I think it's a mental thing as well. You know, end of the day, people do have their fan favorites, and it's like normal human beings. Just imagine, yeah, we're at school, it's assembly, yeah. Man like Greenwood is getting mad certificates for being me. You know what I mean? Like punctuality, attendance. He's always walking up, yeah, and the fans love it, and that's who I used to be. So now he's taking that. The youngster that came through, he's taking that thing. That's his thing now, which was once mine. Then you got Martial, yeah, who is just loved. Like the Martial song is special. Yeah, I don't even know if his Rashford even got a song, like a real song that is just
personally no
that rings off. Do you know what I mean? So unless it's that Sanchez song, you know what I mean. But we don't sing that no more. No. So now you're saying to yourself, is like, I'm looking for my place within this family or where I fit right now. And it's not there unless I do something amazing for them to feel a certain way about me. You know what I mean? And yes, the off the pitch exploits has been great, but he cares about playing football. You know what I mean? He cares about doing his job. And one thing that was really telling was when we beat Copenhagen, all the boys sent out a post, you know, like, well done to us into the next round. Yeah. I noticed Rashford didn't post anything. Yeah. Because he knew that his the performance was not good enough. You know what I mean? But you're still part of a squad. There should have been the standard post that goes out. Do you know what I mean? But he knows he's underperforming, and he knows there's a pressure on him. And he knows that he's looking at them, man, and saying, I need to bring what they're doing. So really and truly, if I was Ollie, take him out of the team, I would have given him bench, you know what I mean? And then brought him back in. Brought him back in just to say, it's almost to say, look, Rashford, I need more from you right now. You know what I mean? And I do feel that he is the kind of player, there's so much about this youngster that he can come again. This guy burst onto the scenes in a way that we've never seen before. You know what I mean? And he just couldn't stop scoring. Yeah. And that player is still there. In terms of physically, in terms of just the end of the season is what's gone wrong. We were loving him before. You know what I mean? It's been up and down, but now people are now talking about Rashford like he's not good. He's not. We're not talking about Lingard here. No disrespect to Lingard again. Do you know what I mean? We're talking about a quality player who has lost his way, who's out of form. Take him out of the team. But because we're so desperate and we have nothing else, he has to play.
Okay. Man like Bill says, I fear for Rashford. I fear Rashford is becoming the next Welbeck. By what KG is basically saying there, he doesn't agree with that. I mean, this person says Rashford needs to stop trying to play like Ronaldo. LOL. Rashford is okay, not quality, says Mark O.
I disagree.
Nick Lavin says the whole Martial Rashford Greenwood romance needs to end, or we lose in worldwide following. Let's get world-class attackers now. So he's basically saying that they're not as good as we think they are. Dirian says Rashford become crap when he delved into politics. I think that's harsh as well. I don't think the reason why Rashford's playing as he is now, this is my take on it. I don't think the reason why he's playing as he is now is because he rushed back. And I don't think the reason why he's playing as he is now is because of the politics. I think the reason why he's playing as he is now is because I think he's just doing what Marcus Rashford has been and probably will continue to be in our thing, which is a good player, but I feel like he does things and goes in and out of form, and then he hits this kind of. I don't know whether he still thinks. Hold on. I don't know whether he still wants to be playing up front. I've heard that again. I speak to a couple of people in the game, and I've heard that he kind of still fancies himself as the main striker, and maybe he hasn't just nailed down that left wing position on a consistent level of performance. So, like, you look at Martial, yeah. Martial has nailed down the number 9 position on a consistent basis, yeah. He does everything right. If he's not scoring, he holds the ball well. His choice of pass is correct most of the time. He cushions the ball well. He brings people into play. He shoots at the right times. He passes at the right time. He holds the ball up, wins fouls at the right time. He's mastered his position. When I look at Rashford right here, Marcus Rashford is a form player. And I feel like Marcus Rashford, I'm not discrediting that he's a good player.
Yeah, I'm saying
that. And
he scores big goals. You have to take into consideration he scores against the big clubs. The other players, they argue that. Cool.
Let me finish. Yeah, I appreciate that. And you can pull out his stats and say, well, in this time, he scored this much goals. He's on a good trajectory, and he's an exciting young player. But what I get with Rashford is that, like, I just don't know if he feels like he truly wants to be that left winger and has truly mastered that. Of course, Rashford can get better. And of course, Rashford is going to get better. He's got a great mentality. He keeps himself fit and sharp, and he wants to be a winner. Like, sometimes you see when he's like beating himself up a lot, like he gets frustrated because he knows he can play better than that. But for me, I think Rashford will hit a form. Okay, take away the penalties. Yes, penalties are still goals. It goes towards his tally. But if you take them out, look at Martial's scoring record. There's one penalty in there, I think. Yeah. I think one penalty against Partizan Belgrade. I was there. He took that. Other than that, he hasn't got any. All of his goals are goals. And I just feel that his natural ability just needs to be worked on more. This
I
one.
I don't see it. I think
when he's playing with Williams, there is a drop off as simple as that. Same time, same with Wan-Bissaka, we need a right mid. So he's basically saying Rashford doesn't have the right partner with him. Nick,
that's been a thing. That's been an issue. The combination play with Brandon and Rashford was horrible.
100%. We want the best talent to feed Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford on the plate. That's how things don't work in top level football.
So, you know what pisses me off? Yeah, sorry, I just read something. A man saying Rashford's been terrible since the return. Man, them have got the shortest memories in world football, fam. Because you need to understand that Rashford. Look at his the assist and the parts that he's played in the end of the season. Look at his contribution. Man will forget that just to push this thing of Trashford, whatever. Listen, right now, yeah, someone called me the other day saying, "Raw, did we make a mistake selling Lukaku?" I don't want to hear that, bro. I put the phone down. Don't talk to me about that, because when he was here, no one liked him anyway. So I don't want these. I don't want to hear these kind of phone calls. With Rashford, sell him if you want, and see what happens, and see the player, because we're talking about a young player who's only going to get better. He hasn't come into his prime, but all the ingredient is there. Yeah. Do you ever want to climb up and make him the guy, or do you want to say, you know what, it's another one to go?
Do you think there's better left wingers than Marcus Rashford then?
What's that?
Was he the best young?
Yeah, I would say he's up there. I would say he's one of the best young players. Yes, I would say he's one of the best young players. He is. You know what I mean? And wait until all you don't need to see is Barcelona or PSG linked to one of our players, then you lot will remember yourself. Sign him up. That's what I see everyone saying. Sign him.
Listen, we have gone over 5,000 people watching. We're at the end of the show. We've actually gone over an hour. It's mad. It's still like mad interactive. I feel like we could do a whole another hour. It's crazy. Jermaine says, Rashford is not a left wing. Statistically, he's better off the right. Think back to the Spurs goals and Chelsea goals and the assist to Martial. He should either be on the right wing or play as a second striker. I just want to get these read out before we go. I've read that one out already. Read that one. And I read that one. And the latest member of the United Stand Members Club is Fabian Marcel. Big up yourself. And there's one more. Bro, Marcus isn't Ronaldo, nor are we a mid-table club with just one big player to consider. Where he wants to play to keep him happy, he has to learn. Listen, Martial has to improve. Rashford, I think, needs to improve and will keep improving. I just feel like he'll keep going in and out of form and making us frustrated.
Yeah, young man. He's shown more. He has shown more. I'm telling you, there's something good there. There's something. Look how them gas Pulisic, yeah. Pulisic hasn't done nothing, yeah, till the end of the season, team of the year. Just like that. How?
Yeah.
Short memories. Do you know what I mean? This man has done so over a season. He's helped, man. Do you see what I'm saying? And now all these names are coming back. Trashford, Rash Bandicoot is.
Yeah, I don't agree. No, I don't agree with none of that. And he has scored in big goals, and he's an exciting talent. I just feel that he might not be the player that we all maybe think he's going to go. Listen, we come to the end of the show. KG, big up your socials and where people can find you.
Hey, Raw, you know what? No, because people asked me about that audition. That's asked me about the audition, yeah. I got it still. I got another one. Pop, because you lot invested. Yeah, man, got that still. Back. Yeah, so that's dope. What else is going on? Find me, KG. Damn it, KG THA comedian on all socials. I'm there. Yeah, and I'm gonna knock out Heavy D. I got a fight with him, bruv.
Have you actually?
I'm gonna fight Heavy D, fam. I'm an Arsenal fan, bruv. Why not, bruv? Got a boxing fight. It's coming, bruv. I'm gonna knock him out, bruv.
Well, that's it. I mean, obviously, Rance had the boxing match as well. You're going down the same route. Wow, that's mad. Okay, check out my YouTube channel, The Flex, as well. Catch me at Flex UTD across all of the socials as well. Make sure you check that out. Let's get out of it. We've done a long show. Let's go. Though. Big up everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Please hit subscribe. Road to 800K. I'm going to check where we're actually at right now. Thanks for everyone for interacting. It's been jokes. It's been laughs. There's been some crazy shit this guy said. And the comments are great, as per usual. We'll see you guys.
Brandon, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie. Laters. Let's go.